Daily Broadside, day 486. I don't know if you've ever been to a Wegmans. I don't know how far they extend across this fine country of ours, but I was in a Wegmans sometime last year, and mind blown, like amazing. It's almost like if Publix and Harris Teeter, for this area, those are the nicest ones around. It's like if they had a baby and it was born and it just somehow turned into like an aristocrat, and it like went to the finest schools, and Juilliard trained whatever grocery store son, and then it disowned its parents because they were too like plebeian for him, and he just went on to be his own man, and that's how Wegmans was born. Because you go into Wegmans and you're like, it's the Tiger King. You're never gonna financially recover from this, because every time anybody goes into a grocery store, the whole thought process is, I have no idea what this is about to cost. This could be $62. This could be $413. No one knows. And unless you get like, milk and bread, 2 or 3 little things, and you can kind of guesstimate what it's going to be. No one can guess with any degree of accuracy what it's going to cost when you get out of that store. You get up there and you're like, oh, wow, okay, cool. I got out for less than $90. And the other times you're like, holy Jesus, it's $179 for that, and so it's always, whatever. But, and Wegmans doesn't help, because it's like the first time you go into a Trader Joe's. First time I went into a Trader Joe's, I was like, what is this madness? This is amazing. Or a Whole Foods. Whole Foods, same thing. I walked in, I'm like, is this mad? And you just start carting everything, right? That's a verb. That's to put things into your cart. You just start carting everything. You're like, oh, I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take this and that. It's just demonstrative pronouns as far as the eye can see. And so you always have that kind of push and pull going on, right? Well, Wegmans, that is, has come up with a way to. They've got a cart now that's got like a Tesla screen in it, and anything you put in the cart, it just automatically tabulates what you got going on and lists all your items. It's pretty cool, because you can just, at a glance how much you've spent and all, which is, again, the biggest problem, especially in today's world, because food is just stupid. And food, I don't want to hear any supply chain bullshit. Like food, nothing has to cost what it costs right now. Everything is just ridiculously more than it should be, and I've talked about that before too. But they're doing it just because they can. They get you over a barrel with food because you kind of need it. Most people can't grow their own. But anyway, I think the problem they're going to run into with this new Wegmans idea, which it's a good idea. I don't know why it benefits Wegmans to $300-400 grocery cart now just became like $1,400 grocery cart. I don't know why they would put that in there. Not that they can't afford it, because they're charging quite exorbitant amounts for the things they sell, believe me. It's a convenience that's a really expensive convenience. I mean, I don't know how many grocery store carts there are in a store, but you got to figure there's got to be like 100 of them. I mean, they'll have $100,000 in those damn things just so people can know how much they spend. I don't know why that's worth it. I don't know where the payoff is. But here's the other thing: they're going to have to hire more people, because they're going to have product all over the store. People are going to get to the end and they're going to be like, that's a little pricey. I'm at $209. I gotta, it's like a boat that's taking on water. You just got to start jettisoning stuff. Like, oh, I got to throw these overboard. We got to lose some weight. And so people are going to start dumping off product. People are going to be like, why is there broccoli in the beer section? Not that you would get rid of broccoli, because that would be one of the cheaper things that you could buy. But my point is, there's going to be product all over the place. There's much like you see today. Like, how lazy are you that you can't walk your fat ass back across the store and put this box of Snickerdoodles back just because you don't want them anymore, or they weren't on sale or whatever? It's one thing leaving them at the counter with the lady or the guy that's checking you out and all, but dude, I mean, people suck. People really do suck. More times than they don't suck, people suck, But anyway, if you've never been in a Wegmans, just go in there one day when you pass by one and walk around. It's crazy. I mean, they got lobster tanks bigger than your apartment. It's crazy. And ladies, if you're getting told you're a 9, but the guy telling you is a 2, let's consider the source. You really do. There's a difference between knowing your worth and your worth. So because some of y'all ain't 9s, and I ain't no 9 either. So I mean, I'm just the messenger here. So don't think I'm thinking I'm better than I am. That's not the point. But I also don't have chicks that are 2 telling me I'm a 9 either, because I'd be like, you're not that pretty. Why are you telling me how pretty I am, or whatever? But I'm just saying, consider the source. If you're a 9 and a 2's telling you, you're probably like a 2. Because you're down with them. They just want to blow you up because they're a 2 and they can't get anybody else to take their clothes off for them because they're a 2. And nobody wants to get naked with 2s. I saw a t-shirt with that one time. Anyway, I watched a guy the other day. He was skipping stones. And I think he was a world record, whatever. This dude skipped a stone, I want to say either 22 or 32 times. And I'm looking at this like, what in the... I've skipped stones before. I've been to lakes. And I want to say, I know I've done it twice. I want to say I've gotten 3 skips out of it once. You know, you just pull a 3 skipper out of your ass, you know. But I don't know what, and I'll eventually tap into researching the skill involved in here. And maybe it's just a little flip of the wrist trick that makes you wonder, like, okay, then why is this so hard? But to watch that thing happen, it was insane, you know. I don't understand. And if that takes a lot of practice, what are you doing with your life? And where do you get all these rocks? You just like get like a Rubbermaid tote full of rocks. I'm going down to the pond to practice, you know, like gonna haul this big ass thing. Dude's weed eating at 7:30 in the morning. That dude, old people are crazy, man. Y'all sleep in. Y'all retired, sleep in. I'm out here weed eating in jeans, 7:30 in the damn morning. Anyway, about skipping stones, that's an odd thing to practice if that's what you were going to do. And I grew up with Lincoln Logs, and Lincoln Logs are, in a word, amazing, right? They were very fun. You could build whatever you wanted. But the only problem is when you had most of the people that I hung out with and our cheap-ass parents or grandparents, and they would only buy you like one of those tubs of Lincoln Logs, and you're like, man, this is so fun. I can build a house, and look, it's a square. It's got 2 windows and a door and a roof. This is awesome. But you wanted to build like the Biltmore mansion, you know, but people wouldn't buy you more Lincoln Logs. Really, the thing with Lincoln Logs is you need like at least $200 worth of Lincoln Logs. And we're talking like 1982 money, right? To have any semblance of fun. Because otherwise, it's just a square house that takes you like 3 minutes to build. And I don't even remember, I know I didn't have them, but I don't remember if like the Lincoln Logs came with them. Like people, were there people there that you could play Frontierland with? I don't know what you would do with the Lincoln Log. In fact, other than building it, it's kind of like a Lego. Like Legos are fun to build, but then you get done and you're like, I don't want to play with this. I just wanted to build it, you know? That's me, right? I just want to build it, and then you have fun tearing the Lincoln Logs down, because you could pretend that like a tornado came through the frontier and tore down your Lincoln Log house. But I've rambled enough once again. Y'all have an excellent, perfunctory day. Giddy.